One of the biggest traps you can fall into that will keep you stuck in a toxic relationship way longer than you need to be stuck in a toxic relationship is the idea that you teach people how to treat you. How many of you have heard that nonsense? Listen, unless it's your children, you should not be trying to teach people how to treat you. Instead, what you should be doing is observing how people treat you and allowing that to teach you whether or not they're healthy and they can stay in your life or they gotta go. Let's talk about this. My name is Kevin, and this is The Royal We. Now, before I get into this very important message that's going to help you in your future relationships, I want to let you know that I'm here to support you. Down in the description box, you will find access for one-on-one appointments with me. I take telephone calls as well as video calls through Zoom, WhatsApp, FaceTime. It's all available for you. So head on down there and schedule some time with me. Also, I do have a coaching program where I spend time each and every day live with questions and answers. If you would like to spend that quality time with me, with a growing community of people who are moving forward and moving on out into the world after narcissistic abuse, then head on down there and get registered for the class. Good things are happening. I'm very excited about it. Now, today, we are talking about this idea, this meme, if you will, that you teach people how to treat you. Many of us got stuck in that trap. I was stuck in that trap. It kept me stuck in a toxic situation with toxic siblings for way, way too long. I bought into it. The meaner they were, the crueler they were. Well, I just need to teach them. I need to show them another way. And if you're not careful, this ends up being, well, maybe I just didn't tell them the right way. Maybe I need to try a different way to let them know. Maybe I should talk to them this way. Maybe I need to be a little bit more harsher. Maybe I need to be nicer. I've got to find the way to teach them. As though you're dealing with little kids. There's a couple of issues with this. Number one, it's easy to mistake this for boundaries. Boundaries is not teaching people how to behave. Boundaries, which are okay, and you should be living with your boundaries in place. You should be displaying your boundaries and practicing your boundaries every opportunity you get. And what your boundaries do is just let people know, hey, I'm uncomfortable in this territory, right? Back off. You're kind of in this space that I would rather not go in. And in a healthy dynamic or healthy people, they'd say, well, okay, cool. Sorry, I didn't mean to, whoop, right? And that's healthy. Boom. Magical, great relationship, okay? That's boundaries. You're not necessarily teaching somebody how to behave. You're not talking at them over and over and over again, trying to say, look, do you see? Don't you see how what you're doing is hurtful? Don't you see how this is mean? Don't you understand? I mean, why are you doing this to me? I don't, you see what I'm saying? You're not educating them on the life principles of kindness. That's not what boundaries are. Boundaries are simply letting people know what you will and will not engage with or be around. Essentially, when we talk about boundaries, boundaries are for you. Boundaries are you saying, I'm not going there. I may have to leave if you keep it up, right? Okay. The trap we fall into, which is not boundaries, but teaching people how to treat us, which is a trap, as I said. Okay, the reason is, and here's the worst thing of all, right? But it's the truth, and you need to accept it. I need to accept it. When it comes to things like basic respect, common courtesy, kindness, showing that they value you, showing that they love you. If a person is lacking these things with you, the reason is not because they need to be taught. The reason is because they do not value you. They do not care for you. They do not love you. They do not respect you. I have come across many abusive personalities in my lifetime. Not just with siblings, but I've dealt with abusive personalities in jobs, at workplaces. And I can tell you this, the most abusive personality types that I've worked with, that I've experienced, that I've seen, that I've talked with even, they know how to show kindness and respect when they in fact are with somebody who they respect. They know how to value somebody who they really truly do value. And this is the problem. This is the problem. This is why it confuses many of you, myself included, as to why we can watch narcissistically abusive people be so cruel and mean towards us, but then watch them on social media or watch them with other people being so nice. How many of you fall into that place where you're looking at them saying, why is it just me? Why are they so nice? And we could sit here all day long and say, well, because they're fake. Well, obviously, it is fake. We know it. It is fake. But the reality is even though it's fake, they respect those people for whatever reason way more than they respect you. They, for whatever reason, care more about the dynamic or what's going on in that relationship than they care about the dynamic with you. And this is what you and I need to pay attention to in any relationship, family, friends, workplace, wherever. If they are showing you cruelty, unfairness, disrespect, there is absolutely nothing that you can do to teach them into changing. Because what they're showing and what they're saying is, I don't like you, I don't care about you. And I think it's funny that you keep trying to teach me to act differently. It's their power play. You don't want a relationship like that. You don't. You don't want a relationship where you have to teach somebody how to be kind towards you. You don't want a relationship that you have to teach somebody how to be careful with their words around you, how to be more loving. Again, the goal of a relationship, any healthy relationship, is so that you can have a partner in life. Listen, the world is already hard enough. You're going to deal with a lot of nonsense at your jobs. You've got to fight to survive as far as eating food, making money, your health, make sure you're staying healthy. The last thing you need is to spend intimate time with somebody who you need to teach how to treat you with basic kindness. So if you find yourself in any relationship right now, whether it's family, friends, or whomever, and you feel like you're stuck trying to teach them that they're not being nice to you, please hear what I'm saying. You're dealing with people who don't want to be taught how to be nice to you because they don't care. So instead of teaching them how to treat you, let the way they're treating you teach you what you need to know about them. Even if it breaks your heart to realize this truth, that they're treating you out of how they really feel about you. And by the way, it's not your fault. If they're abusive towards you, it's not your fault. They're abusive personalities, and they've been able to find someone in you who they can bully, who they can push around. The only way is to remove yourself from the situation. You can't teach them to stop. You've got to remove yourself. This is what going no contact is. This is what, pulling your bootstraps up. It's going to be heartbreaking, whether it's family or an intimate relationship or lover. It's going to break your heart either way. But you pull your bootstraps up and you say, I get it. I get it. You really don't care. Don't ever let them lie to you and tell you that they care. Because cruelty and caring, they come from two different places within the heart. Caring comes from a place where a person loves you. Cruelty comes from a place of somebody hating you. So yes, these people may hate you. And it is heartbreaking. And it's okay. But it's better to admit it, own up to it, own it that you need to move on, that you're not going to teach them, nor do you want to waste your time. You don't want to, even if you could teach them, you don't want a child as your relationship partner. You deserve more than that. You deserve better than that. So don't fall into the trap of this idea that you teach people how to treat you. It's nonsense. Don't. Instead, observe how people treat you and let that teach you. All right? Let's stop trying to teach others. Let's observe and teach ourselves about others. As I said before, I am here to support you. Down in the description box, you'll find access for one-on-one appointments with me. Telephone calls are available. Video calls are available. FaceTime, WhatsApp, Zoom. It's all available for you. Also, I do have the coaching program where I'm coaching every day, Monday through Friday. It's live with questions and answers. We are having a great time in the coaching program. I hope to see you there. Head on down to the description box. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We. Before I go, check this video right here. This video has been recommended by the YouTube algorithm. I think it's going to be a good watch for you. Check it out. I'll be back with more videos for you right here on the Royal We.